Hey, it's James from survivalpunk.com. Tis not that chilly of a morning. I didn't look. I'm pretty cold right now because I didn't come warm the car up. But it's not. It's certainly not no 18 degrees out here. Today we're going to talk about sleep. Why sleep is a crucial survival prep, and you need to take it more seriously. Sleep is absolutely a linchpin of your survival. And if you're laughing at this and you're like, James, I only get 4 hours of sleep a night and I have for years, I would be willing to bet you. I'd be willing to bet you, and I only bet in drinks. So I'll have an energy drink delivered to your house if I'm wrong, or coffee, I don't care, that you are breaking the wheels off of your health. And if you're not on a maintenance medicine, you probably need to go see a doctor because I bet your shit's fucked up. And if you're like, yeah, I'm on a maintenance medicine, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. Oh, yes, it does. If you're obese and you're like, I don't understand, I do everything right. I eat good, and I'm still fat. It's probably your sleep. Sleep has a lot of things that it affects that you don't realize. And if you're neglecting that during the shit hit the fan, it's not going to be good for you. Before we get all that, though, let's do our morning theme music. And we're back. I know yesterday's episode. Yesterday, at some point, I know it doesn't make sense. The way I record these and the way that you hear them is not always the right order. And it's yesterday my time. Maybe your future time. I don't know. Anyway, I just did an episode on how subscriptions are fucking people over. Remember there was a point in time when a subscription just meant magazines. Now it's fucking everything. And when you hear subscription, magazines is probably like the fifth thing that you think. How weird. I used to fucking love magazines. Before smartphones took over, I would routinely buy magazines weekly, and throughout my history, I had multiple subscriptions. I remember when I turned 18, Playboy mailed out all the kids in my school. They must have, our school must have put us on a mailing list and sent all of our shit out because Gillette also sent every boy in my high school a razor, which, by God, brand loyalty really did a good thing for them. Anyway, Playboy sent me a thing in the mail and was like, we see you turned 18. We would like to offer you a Playboy subscription for $1 a month, $12 a year. Of course, I did it. Back when, I'm pretty sure, like everything, Playboy has been ruined. I haven't even thought about nor looked at a Playboy in like 20 years probably. Although I still think I have those 12 Playboys. Anyway, bit of male bonding. The female listeners are like, ugh, move on with the show, James. I am. Sleep. I don't really think people understand how important sleep is for your health, both mental and physical. I would be willing to bet that a portion of my health problems have something to do with my sleep schedule. I would almost be willing to bet. I try as hard as I can to make sure I get enough sleep. it doesn't always work out, and I have some plans in place. I have some plans, and I'm going to start developing a sleep product. I probably can't go mass market with it because parts of the ingredient list are gray market sourced. I'll talk about that when I get to it. But anyway, I definitely am going to develop a product for my own personal needs, and I think I'm going to do some level of marketing of it. But like I said, I am almost positive that after years of having to get up at 2 a.m. for my job, and I go to bed every day at 7 in the bed, not asleep at 7. 7 to 2 I think is 7 hours. Obviously, I'm not falling right asleep. Some days are better or worse. Sleep quality, some days are better or worse. I have developed night sweats recently. I would say since I had my MRSA infection last year, which is coming up, it's, I believe, a year. I believe my Facebook memories right now will show that I had MRSA a year ago. I want to say, since then, my health has escalatedly gotten worse. And the night sweats never really went away. No, I'm not on trend. If you know, you know. Maybe the TRT that I'm on, I haven't seen that it typically causes night sweats. MRSA does, but I don't think it ever really leaves your system. Am I currently running that? Currently, I'm running a peptide that has antibacterial properties. It's KPV. I'm actually running a blend. It's called CLO. It's BPC 157, TB 500, GHKCU, copper peptide, and KPV. KPV is the K in CLO. To try to help some things out. I have read studies where KPV does really well against staph infection. And it does so, unlike antibiotics, it doesn't do anything to beneficial bacteria in your gut. So KPV actively destroys harmful bacteria. Win-win, if you ask me. We'll talk about a few peptides in this episode. So the number one reason why you need to get your sleep under control is it will drag your health down. My wife is the most sensitive to health effects. She can feel things working when other people can't. There are times that I try random supplements and medications and stuff, and I'm basically biologically dead. I very rarely get anything. Sometimes I don't think I do. I can tell you that the days that I don't take modafinil and I get up at 2 a.m, like a lot of times I won't take modafinil, which is an anti-narcolepsy medicine, which is also used for shift work disorder. If you work overnights or you work partial overnights like I do, they made up a disorder for it, because like I'm talking about with the sleep thing, it does fuck your sleep up. Working overnights might be one of the worst possible things you can do for your health. It just is. Not sleeping at the correct time, your body just isn't a happy camper. So anyway, where were we at? My wife is very sensitive to any changes. Um, she will feel effects and side effects from medicines, peptides, way more intensely than the normal person. Um, and if she doesn't sleep well for more than a few days, she will begin to really break down quickly. Um, I honestly feel like if we were to swap, if she was doing this shift, her body it would crumble. I've managed to hold things together for a while, but I'm almost certain that it is not beneficial. So if you want to join the Straw Punk Army so I can do that full time, I'd appreciate that. Anyway, like one of the effects is a couple days without good sleep, her mouth will break out in canker sores. Just that's the first thing. Her immune system will tank. She will start getting sick. Um, we're taking her to get some blood work done. She definitely has one of the autoimmunes. Possibly fibro, possibly rheumatoid, possibly all of them. She has a bladder disease that has autoimmune type symptoms. She has PCOS, I think, polycystic ovarian cystitis. If you know, you know. She definitely has those diagnosed. She has other issues, and a couple of days without sleep, she will just start really getting bad. Not everyone's on that same things, but if you carry it long enough, your health will start degrading. My wife is like a canary in the coal mine. She will have the symptoms first. So really, to stress home, you need to get your sleep. The other effect of poor sleep is, and all of this does tie. Like for now, you can't be prepared for the shit to hit the fan if you've destroyed your health now and you're unable to be a badass super soldier. You can't be a Patriots James Wesley Rawls badass patrolling your homestead if you're bedridden and you can't function. You just can't. Decision making. Absolutely scientifically documented. You will make bad decisions without adequate sleep. You will make bad decisions and I forgot to take my creatine this morning. And your motor skills will be impaired. They have run tests. Sleep deprivation, at a certain point, your motor skills are as impaired as being drunk. Legal limit drunk. How are you going to fight off an army of biker hordes when you are basically drunk? Another reason not to be an alcoholic, by the way. And you know what? I have a story to share. I don't know if I've ever shared this on the podcast. It was a bit embarrassing, but we're friends. Friends talk to each other. If you don't know, you don't know. Many years ago, like 2014. No, earlier? 2013? Somewhere around there. I was a fucking alcoholic. I guess there's all kinds of alcoholic, and if you are an alcoholic, you are an alcoholic, and it doesn't matter. Like, you're like, oh, I can't be an alcoholic. I don't drink every day. And that's the rationale a lot of alcoholics tend to say about things. They will justify and rationalize why they are or aren't an alcoholic. And I didn't drink every day. I did drink a lot, and I look forward to drinking. And oftentimes, oftentimes, when I did drink, I drank until I blacked out and did unfortunate things. Unfortunate, as in poor decisions, not unfortunate as in car crashes and vehicular homicide. However, I did drink and drive on occasion, so I could have been that statistic. Thank God I wasn't. And I wasn't because I got pulled over and got a DUI one time while I was serving my 2 days in jail. Yes, your beloved podcast host was locked in a jail. Anyway, while I was serving my 2 days, it was like it was in that time period where we had maybe the first government shutdown that I remember. Somewhere 2013, 14, 12, somewhere, whenever that time period was, right? When we had the government shutdown. And I mentally calculated, because when you serve your 48 hours, they subtract the time that you spent in jail when you were taken in, right? So they pull you over, you're drunk, they take you to jail. You stay there until someone comes and bails you out. That time you spend before you're bailed out is subtracted from your 48 hours you have to stay in jail. I did the math in my brain, right? I was like, okay, so I was probably spent my time this long, so I have this long, I should get out at this time. That time came and went, and my brain leapt to, oh, the government shut down, I'm never getting out. I'm going to be stuck in here forever. The government's going to shut down, the guards are like, fuck this shit, and went home, and now I'm going to be locked in here with these people forever. They let me out. My math was just a bit wrong. It was just a little bit past that, right? They were tied up or something. Anyway, funny story. And I've now been sober 12 years or something. So that to me was what broke me from being an atheist. I absolutely, looking back on it, think that, and if you're not religious, just skip past this, I absolutely believe that God stepped in and put me in jail because that was the turning point in my life, and it was much needed. I was very pissed at the time. Thank God that happened. Anyway, let's move on to sleep again. You will make bad decisions, and you will have poor motor functions. Just get your fucking sleep. All that said, let's talk about some ways to sleep better. And on the rare occasions when you just can't, right? I think you need to sleep good 80% of the time. 80% of the time, you need to try to get your sleep good. 20% of the time, shit happens. People are raiding your farm and you have to get up and go take care of it. This is what you can do. A sleep mask is fantastic. There have been studies that it's kind of a dick move, but there have been sleep studies where they will take like a laser pointer and like flash at someone in their sleep, and their sleep quality will go down. So having a sleep mask and blocking the light out, having your room be as dark as possible also does a lot to improve it. You can only do so much. Blackout windows, blocking out the door, not having... in the past, I did extreme things like cover the lights of my router with black electrical tape so that there would be no light leaking in my room. You can absolutely go that way, or not. Your significant other, your spouse, if you're a woman listening, then maybe you. But having your room colder absolutely improves your sleep. To fall asleep, your body has to first lower your core temperature. Well, I know it's kind of counterintuitive because a lot of people, when they get warm, they get sleepy. I can't explain it. It's just a comfort factor, right? But your body does have to lower your temperature. Until your core body temperature is lowered, you can't go to sleep. Till its happy zone, right? I've heard things that like keep your room at like 60 degrees. I definitely like to have my room be cold enough that I have to use the blanket, and that's what makes me comfortable. Um, my wife, though, is permanently freezing, so the things I might do are um, build this cool mattress thing, right? It circulates cold water underneath you on a mattress so that it takes away your heat and cools down just your body. We also use fans. White noise is great. We use fans. If it's super cold in the house and the fan, I can't run the fan for whatever reason, I run rain sounds on an app on my phone. And that helps. I can't hear talking or anything. Other people have play music. My buddy kept showing Mike has to play movies until he falls asleep. I severely doubt that's helping your sleep quality, but that's what gets him to sleep. Supplements. Melatonin is a good one for sleep. I have read both science studies of the amazing health benefits and possible negatives. It's there. You might want to take it. I do, not religiously, but I do on occasion take melatonin. Magnesium glycinate, or magnesium of any kind, is really good for improving your sleep quality and helping you get to sleep and calming down. You're probably deficient. You probably should take it. Moving on. There are probably other ones that are good. There are probably herbal teas that are good. There are a few peptides. DISP. I forget what it stands for, but it is a peptide that has been studied to help with sleep. I am ordering some to make a product to test because I tried to buy one and the guy was like, "Oh, we changed everything and you have to spend $50 before we'll ship anything now." So the $30 sleep nasal spray that I wanted to buy, I couldn't buy unless I went and also got $20 more worth of products, and there was nothing for $20, so I would have had to spend a lot more money, and I didn't want to do that. So instead, I'm going to create my own business making those and compete with him. Yes, I am that petty. Anyway, DISP is a great one. There is an anti-aging peptide called epitalon. It's supposed to be researched to elongate or stop the shortening process of your telomeres, which are the DNA part that when it gets shorter, you die eventually. That's a very short explanation of it. Look into it yourself. However, anecdotally, the people that have taken epitalon have reported that they have got the best sleep of their entire lives on it. That's why we're talking about that. You only run it for so many days, though. Like, you only run it for like 10 days a year. So, anyway, just that. GABA, which is a nootropic supplement, helps you get relaxed and helps you go to sleep. So that's a good one. The product I'm going to make is going to be DISP, melatonin, and GABA taken to give you some amazing sleep. It's going to be done in the nasal spray format, so you're not having to inject yourself with it, because I'm just tired of, I have enough needles. I'm tired of it. I want a nasal spray. So those three things together should really help you with sleep. Not drinking a ton of caffeine after like noon is probably really beneficial. I've been drinking an afternoon energy drink, and I probably need to stop it. I really do. If you do get a lack of sleep, like I've talked about, modafinil is fantastic. If you have a doctor, talk to them about it and see what they say. And creatine in the 20 milligram range has been shown to really help people that have like jet lag or sleep disruption, right? So if you have a day you didn't get any sleep, shit happened, take 20 grams of creatine, call me in the morning. With that though, this has been James from strongpunk.com. DIY to survive, you guys.
Twice as hard. Sandman laughs, then runs away. Sleeps a myth, then I'm the legend. Bad guy night, the paper crown. I'll win this war, I'll go down smiling. On a throne of pillows and shut down. Rest to rise or fade away. Stand or fall at the break of day. I'm a midnight soldier fighting for tomorrow's flame. Rest to rise or fade away. Will I burn out or burn my way through the ticking, kicking, screaming of this tired crusade? Rest to rise or fade away.